Creativity is a major driver of both individual and organizational success. The International Center for Studies in Creativity at Buffalo State, State University of New York, and Dale Carnegie Training have partnered to create a new certificate in creative leadership. This video will give you valuable insights into the importance of creativity. The Certificate in Creative Leadership is designed to equip individuals with the knowledge and skills needed in today's competitive marketplace. Improved creativity will help you see opportunities quicker and more clearly, find effective solutions to challenging problems, and turn weaknesses into strengths. We hope you will enjoy Dr. Gerard Puccio as he shares his expertise and insight on creativity. Dr. Puccio explains what creativity is and is
not. What is creativity? I'll be honest, creativity is not easily defined. It is a broad concept that can take on many meanings. As a psychologist, one interested in studying creativity and promoting it in individuals, teams, and organizations, I was once perplexed and just a little frustrated by the slippery nature of this concept. It seemed as though there were nearly as many definitions and descriptions of creativity as there were people studying this topic. I no longer see the breadth of meaning of creativity to be a shortcoming or a hindrance to the fruitful study and development of this precious resource. After all, there are many other qualities that are fundamental to the human experience that defy easy description and definition. What is love? How shall we define happiness? What single definition could be applied to fully capture the words joy or bliss? What does it mean to be content? Is there a single, universally accepted definition of the word friendship? Then there's the big question. What is the meaning of life? Well, maybe it may just be creativity, at least in part. While I admit that creativity can be defined and described in various ways, among Western creativity scholars, one definition has emerged head and shoulders above all the others, one that represents a fair degree of consensus. That is, creativity is often described as the production of original ideas that are valuable or useful. Here in this definition, we see what is, in my opinion, one of the fundamental qualities of creativity: the unification of what appear to be opposite qualities, characteristics that would seem to struggle to coexist. Yet that is the beauty in creativity: finding a way to merge two forces that pull in opposing directions. According to this popular description of creativity, true creativity is achieved only when an idea is both original, meaning one of a kind, novel, rare, and at the same time, this idea must serve some value, fulfill a need, solve a problem, or achieve a goal. Of course, implied in this description is the fact that the idea, whether it be tangible, such as a painting, a poem, or a manufactured product, or intangible, a solution to a relationship issue, a theory, a new service, it must be brought to fruition. That is, it has to be fully realized. Of course, the natural question that follows this definition of creativity is original and useful to whom? Which brings us to different levels of creativity. Novel and useful to the individual, to a small group, to an organization, or to all of society. In simpler terms, we can talk about two distinct levels of creativity: what is sometimes referred to as big C creativity and little c creativity. Big C creativity, what many people think of as creativity, refers to eminent acts of creativity, those creative ideas that are novel and useful at a societal level. The works developed by eminently creative individuals such as Picasso, Shakespeare, Curie, Zuckerberg, Martin Luther King, Stephen King, Gates, Edison, Disney, Angelou, Gandhi, Mozart, O'Keeffe, etc. Little c creativity refers to everyday creativity, the creative acts we perform in our daily lives to make our personal and professional lives more effective and interesting. Making a good meal, entertaining our children, changing our appearance, resolving a persistent problem at work, planning a special occasion, making a personalized gift for someone you love. Although these acts do not have grand impact on society, they are nonetheless examples of how we bring creativity into our day-to-day living, and how such creative outcomes, new and useful ideas, make our lives a bit easier and more enjoyable. While the view that creativity is the production of ideas that are original, valuable, and realized is the most often cited definition of creativity, it presents a limited view of creativity, a view focused on an outcome, the production of something. In 1961, Mel Rhodes published a paper on creativity. The purpose of this paper was to define creativity. From his analysis of more than 50-some published definitions of creativity, he discovered that 4 themes emerged. One theme focused on creativity as a product. The definition I just described, the production of original ideas that are useful, is focused squarely on the product aspect of creativity. Yet Rhodes discovered 3 more facets to creativity: the creative process, the creative environment, which Rhodes originally referred to as the creative press, and finally the creative person. If you're keeping track at home, you know that Rhodes identified 4 themes, and that he used a P word for each theme, which has become known as the 4 Ps of creativity: product, process, press, and person. In our Creativity 101 series and in other videos, you can learn information about the process P. Creative process refers to the stages of thought that one goes through to produce a creative outcome. What is a surprise to those not familiar with the field of creativity is that process skills can be taught. Research has shown that deliberate practice can significantly improve individuals' ability to think in more imaginative ways, solve problems more creatively, and improve creative performance overall. Indeed, this is our area of specialty at the International Center for Studies in Creativity. In the last several decades, more and more researchers have focused on the impact the environment has on our ability to create. I'm sure that if you reflect on your own experience as a student or employee, you can easily identify those learning environments or places of work that either facilitated and challenged you to think more creatively, or in those unfortunate circumstances, those educational environments or work situations in which your imagination was stifled. I have saved the person facet of creativity for last. In my opinion, the previous facets discussed are dependent upon the individual. Creativity does not exist in a vacuum, nor is it, despite legends and folklore, dispensed by a muse or some other external agent. Creativity originates with the person. A creative product doesn't come about if imaginative thinking does not occur first. An environment that supports creative thinking doesn't happen by mere chance. Individuals must consciously work to build such an environment. And the creative process exists in our minds, not in a pill, a lucky star, a rabbit's foot, or a bolt of lightning. Again, the creative product, environment, or process do not exist without the person. And this brings me back to a point I made earlier. Creativity is about life. It's about the choices we make as individuals in terms of how we wish to live. How much do you choose to inject imagination into your own personal and professional life? The benefit of applying our imagination in this manner is that we live a fuller life. We maximize our potential. We become more effective. We inspire others. We develop ourselves to our fullest capacity. We experience a deep sense of satisfaction when we create. We discover new things about ourselves. We are our most powerful selves when we imagine and then create new possibilities. Being creative is deeply human. More than any other creature on earth, we have the ability to see and construct new possibilities and realities. Picture a life without creativity. No imagination, no variety, no possibility for change. I've been told that during the communist era in Russia, when people were all treated in the same manner, when freedom of expression was suppressed, when the focus was on sameness, that creativity still thrived, but underground. While the homes, for example, all looked the same from the outside, there was often great thought put into the decor and interior design that allowed for a flare of imagination and individuality. Cutting off our creativity disconnects us from a part of what it means to be human. And even under oppressive environments, our creativity will come to the surface. We at the International Center for Studies in Creativity believe creativity is an essential life skill. As the American actor Alan Alda said about creativity, Be brave enough to live life creatively. The creative is the place where no one else has ever been. You have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you are doing. What you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself. We have designed this Creativity 101 series to help people, to help you understand some important creativity basics. If you're interested in learning more, I invite you to explore this series. I will close with a quote from one of the pioneering scholars in the field of creativity, J.P. Guilford, who said, "To live is to have problems, and to solve problems is to grow creatively."
For more information, please visit www.dalecarnegie.com/creative leadership to learn more.